How's it going, guys? It's time for another exposure, I guess. So, as you know, guys, I've just looked at the comments of my videos, and it does finally look like Mr. Bobby Filler has actually got around and saw my video and decided to leave a few comments. So, what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm just going to be reading the comments. I'm going to give my response to Bobby Filler directly. There's a few other people that have left comments. I'm going to give you all my thoughts on this. You're going to want to watch this carefully from start to end. So these functional patterns, practitioners, not blaming all of them, but as I said, I've worked with Bobby Filler. I gave my honest review. He's come back and let's see what he says. And I want to give you my response. So let's go through the comments. Here we go, Mr. Bobby Filler. You don't know what you got yourself into, mate. That's what I'll start this off with. So let's get straight into this. Bobby Filler, 4 days ago. You literally did next to nothing I asked you to do. If you can't be honest with yourself and reflect on your behaviors, you're never going to do well in FP. I cut you off as a client because of that very reason. You followed a vegan diet, eating tons of grains, and you continued to stretch when I told you not to. You never did your homework. You never sent me videos for feedback. You didn't follow the protocols, and you wonder why it didn't work for you. We don't cater to people's laziness. So that was Bobby Filler's response to me based off a video I made. So guys, go check out my last video. I gave my honest review on functional patterns. So he didn't touch on any of that. That's his response to me. So my response back to you, Bobby Filler, is you are a piece of shit. That's what my response is. Now, you need to understand this carefully. And I'm going to give it from two sides, and I'm going to respond to a lot of these comments. So the reason I say Mr. Bobby Filler is a piece of shit is because I went and did the 10-week program from January to January, February, March, April, May, June. I spent about 5 or 6 months rigorously doing that program. Now, I just want to give you my side, just a few brief things now. Let's just say, for example, they claim they fix a lot of people who've had chronic injuries. And I'm not saying they haven't helped people. If you go back and you watch this video, I'll respond to all these comments one by one. I didn't rip into Bobby Filler, like I say he's a bad person, this, that. I didn't attack him personally. As in, I said I wished him well. I don't have no ill will to the guy. But as a practitioner, as what he taught me and the way he treated me, he's a piece of shit. That's my honest opinion because of the messages he left me. Just go guys, go watch that video. You make your own minds up. But I want to give you my thoughts on his what he's saying here. So let me just give my insight, guys. Loads of things, guys, I could go into, but forget all of that. So I start the Functional Patterns 10-week program in January last year, and I did it for 5-6 months. Now, as I said, guys, I haven't put a video out yet, so stay tuned on this channel. Make sure you subscribe. So I will be giving my journey. As you know, guys, I'm still, as of today, I'm actually worse off from doing functional patterns. Now, I want to explain that. Like, I am worse off health-wise from doing functional patterns than I was prior. There's stuff going in my body that it has manipulated, stretched areas which I feel like shouldn't have been stretched, and it's made me worse. The advice I got from Bobby is carry on going. And I trusted him so much, I thought I'll give it a shot. But the way he left me on that sour taste, I've got to expose him further. Bobby, you don't know what you've got yourself into. You're going to want to watch all of this because it's just going to get more and more interesting. If you think it's just me saying this, I've got a little surprise in store for you, Mr. Bobby Filler. I've reached out to a few clients that have worked with you in the past. If you're asking me, how do I know this? Mr. Bobby Filler, I told you before, you do not know me as a character. You do not know what I do on a daily basis. You don't know my heart. You don't know my soul. You don't know my spirit. You don't know me. As I said, guys, I won't go too much into it, but let's just say this. This ain't the only YouTube channel I run. I've got a few other YouTube channels. I'm a content creator. So I actually expose people. Now, this was just my personal opinion. I've just made a separate channel for it. But Bobby Filler has given me the motivation and drive to further expose him a lot more based on what he's done here. I'm going to expose every little thing he's done here, the psychology of him. He knows me from, I traveled there, we trained, he taught me things, but he doesn't know about what I study, guys. He didn't know nothing about my education. He doesn't know I don't know if you guys have watched Taken, that movie Taken with Liam Neeson in there. I will find you and I will kill you. Now, I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm saying the skills of Liam Neeson. Just, you're going to want to watch this, guys. Watch me break this down step by step and absolutely destroy him one by one, guys. So, guys, let's get straight into it. So he goes, I did next to nothing I asked you to. Like I said, guys, I did 5 months of a program. Now, guys, I'll say it to you like this. I'm a guy with a bad, like, my history. Again, I haven't made a video on my channel, but it will be up soon. I'm going to start posting a lot more. And as I said, Bobby Filler, with all these comments, it has motivated me highly now. Like, one thing I don't like, guys, in life is, like, if someone has an opinion and they want to give their honest review, to further want to shut them down and say, oh, nah, you done wrong because of this. Bobby Filler doesn't understand what he's done. He doesn't know my character. He doesn't know how I operate. Like, I didn't say nothing bad about him. I gave him my route. I even said in this, if you watch it, there's probably people that have Bobby Filler's probably helped. But I will not be recommending Bobby Filler to anyone. I had a list of people that I could have recommended. I could have got him more clients. I could have helped him. But because he treated me like a piece of shit, you're going to get the same treatment because I do not respect it. One by one, let's go through this. You don't know what you got yourself into, but let's just get your popcorn out, mate. I know you're watching. Get your popcorn out, and you're going to need it, mate. So this is going to be a good one. So guys, as I said, I did 5 months of functional patterns. Now guys, as I said, briefly my history, 10 years of seeing practitioners, physio, chiropractors, acupuncture, specialists, movement specialists. I can name them. There's loads of different people I've seen. I will make an in-depth video. I've had 10, 11 years of this. So this ain't new to me seeing a practitioner. I've been here hundreds of times and I've not got the results. So I thought, okay, let's try this. So I've tried the functional patterns for 5 months. Someone's recommended to me. I saw some changes, but again, I'm such in a state. As I said, guys, I've had this for 10, 11 years, 12 years now. And my body's only getting worse. So I'm desperate. So I'm sticking to it. I'm feeling like it's working, but it's not. But I know my body, guys. I knew probably after after I got towards the end of it, I'm like, yo, this ain't fixing me. So I kind of reached out to someone. I was like, look, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I need to see a practitioner. I need to go to see someone. I do a Google search. Who comes up? Mr. Bobby Filler comes up, which is the closest one to me, really, Bristol or Manchester. So I looked at his page. It looked like he was doing some good. I thought, you know what, I'll book in a session. And guys, I'm not going to just bash him as a character. I already told you. The first session I went to, I broke this down. He was good in the first session. He even gave me the first session for free. So again, I never bashed him for anything. I never said his training is shit or whatever. Nothing like that. But I gave him my honest review on it. So long story short, did that. And then I stuck with him. I did everything he told me to my ability. And as I said, guys, he's saying I didn't do nothing he told me to do, that is a complete bullshit. So guys, as I'm doing this week by week, first 2 weeks, I acknowledge it. I go home, I do it. He said a few points. I'll touch on them as well, as in terms of I didn't send him videos of it. I won't lie to you, I didn't send him videos. But guys, I'm saying this from my perspective, as in I've sourced many practitioners and I've got enough video footage. I've watched that program over and over again. I'm telling you guys, I went to Bobby Filler. He watched me do it with him in the fucking place we trained, and we drilled it probably more than 20, 15, 10 times. I didn't feel like, in the moment I thought he was doing something good, but it was actually making my body worse. So it's not a case of me not executing it because you stood there and you watched me do these exercises over and over again. For you to say, oh, I'm doing something incorrectly, you're the fucking practitioner, mate. Guys, again, I have to make another video on what my actual condition is, but when I used to be able to train, I'm talking 10, 11 years ago, I wanted to be a physical therapist. And when I did train, I did used to train with a couple of people. Yes, I was doing bodybuilding, but again, I fucked my body up from heavy lifting and improper form. So I'm not the best guy to ask, but what I will say is when I used to train people, you kind of have a feel for how to like train. No one's stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to go to the gym, how many sets you should do, how many reps. You know everyone. The best way I can say is I know my body, and the way he's making me feel is like I'm an idiot, like I don't know what I'm doing, and like I didn't do anything he asked him to do. I'll go on to the points where he says I didn't send him any videos and stuff in terms of diet. I'll go on to stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I'll go on to it. So first of all, he's saying I didn't do everything. I didn't do everything he asked me to do, which is bullshit. I followed it as much as I can with my situation of 11, 12 years of pain. the pain got worse. It's like I had this upper cross syndrome while I've got all this going on, and it just kept getting tighter. Nothing he gave me, no myofascial release. I did myofascial release, guys, for fucking 6 months every single day, and I'm not saying it gives you like a temporary relief. It wasn't opening my body, it wasn't fixing it. And as I said, I did functional patterns before. Now this book, I came across it, but I was so desperate. I followed him week after week. I traveled 90 minutes to the guy, 90 minutes back. That drive, just sitting in that position, my posture has been bad for a long time. I've tried to explain to Bobby multiple times. Who does this, guys? I will show you more messages now. I didn't want to go too much, but I will have to go through more messages. I've messaged Bobby multiple times. Let's go through my phone. So Bobby, you've invited this on yourself, so congratulations, you played yourself. J. Cole reference. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Yeah, I did send him a voice note once or twice, and again, like, I can show you 1 or 2 messages. Yeah, I'm gonna show everything. As I said, guys, I could show the whole chat I've had with him, and again, I'm not saying everything he was bad on, but things like when I would try and send him a voice note, he would say, look, he would respond back and say, look, be straight, try not to make your voice note too long. But I couldn't explain what I was trying to explain, that this doesn't feel like it's working, and it's almost like I was bothering him. I'm paying him. I'm going every week, and you know what? I'll just stick to it, man. I'll stick to it. And as I said, guys, I'll come on to it in a second. He thinks it's just me that's done this, and I'll go on to it. This exposure is just getting started. As I said, there's another. I'm in contact with people. Let's just say this Bobby. You want to play that game with me? Let's play that game. I'm in contact with people who have done your program, who have worked with you, and I've got their testimonies. I've got voice notes. So just stay tuned for that, Mr. Bobby Filler. It's not just me who's saying this. I just want to make this clear. So let's just carry on. If you can't be honest with yourself and reflect on your behavior, you're never going to do well in FP. Now, guys, I understand exactly what Bobby was saying. And I agree with it. Even now, I'll say it. You have to take accountability, but you have to follow these protocols. But what I'm feeling is he's saying, I'll carry on. I cut you off because of client, because of this reason. I follow the vegan diet. Now, number one, guys, I never followed a vegan diet. I was vegetarian. I did tell him this. I had stuff like cottage cheese. I was vegan in the past, but I followed the vegetarian diet, and that was for obviously more religious health reasons. But as a vegetarian diet, I did have a bit of cheese and dairy. But again, I understand where he's coming with the diet. I don't disagree with him. Diet is a big part. He's talking about continuing to stretch when he told me not to. Now, guys, I want to give you my saying that, again, I can't go into depth because you don't know my actual issue with my body. I will maybe making another video. But long story short, I've had this issue for 10, 11 years. It really got bad around 2020, as I used to do a lot of desk work, and I felt like I was developing a upper cross syndrome, that I already had a dysfunction, and I developed it on top of my dysfunction. And I have to make a video on what my problem is for you guys to understand. But what I say, my body was tightening up. The more FP I was doing, the tighter it got, and it got to a point where I don't know, I can't explain it to anyone. It got so tight, the blood flow to my head the blood wasn't going to my head. It's like a muscle was choking me out from the inside. The best way I could describe it is like David Goggins when he said, I don't know if you guys know who David Goggins is, but he's a marathon runner. He's from the USA. There was a period where he was bedridden because his blood wasn't going around his body. He was so tight everywhere. And FP was not addressing that at all. It was actually making it worse. They're not addressing these other issues at all. They're just saying, look, do this, do that, follow this, do the one leg stance, do the core work. But what was failed to take into accountability is I had 11 years of history that my body just kept getting worse. And I'm not saying this may work for some people, but my body had compensated so many times. This just didn't work for me. And obviously the reason I was stretching is because if you're not getting blood flow to your head, your heart is constantly beating and your muscles are tightening up around your body, something's wrong. And then I started saying to Bobby, I started getting other symptoms like hypothyroidism. I started noticing hair loss in my beard. I felt like low testosterone muscle mass was decreasing, and it was getting worse the more I was doing FP. Now, I'm not saying it was a direct link. I'm not saying it's all direct link, but I'm saying it. Even today, the stuff I've done from FP, I'm actually worse off. My body is in a worse position. I really wish I didn't do it. And then obviously he's like, I didn't show it. What did he say? You followed the video. You continue to stretch when I told you not to. He actually said this to me. If I do yoga or anything, this is another thing with FP, and I'll come on to it. Again, I'm giving this view as a guy who's observed many methodologies, and I've got my own view on functional patterns. I will continue exposing what I think needs to be exposed. I've realized, guys, just for everyone's different. Everyone's got their own journey when they do certain things and like training methodologies. There's not a one fit for all. But what I did see as I was in the functional patterns cult, as I was trying to absorb all the energies, you can see it, guys. You can go on the functional patterns page. If someone criticizes them, they attack them. But when you criticize FP and you give your honest review, all of a sudden you're their enemy. And you can see it here with all the comments. I'll come on to it in a second and what Bobby's saying here. In terms of the vegan diet, that again, more religious reasons. I tried to keep it as clean as I can. Could I have improved it 100%? I'm being honest. It weren't the best, but I was trying to do what I can. I was more concerned with the, like, as I said, I'm not saying diet would have played a role. Diet does play a role. Maybe plays 20%, 30%. It does play a role. However, after doing 10 weeks, 5 months of just doing the program myself and then doing the full 12 weeks with Bobby, is actually getting worse. And I'm trying to explain, and the thing I'm getting is like, keep going. You're gonna have up days and bad days. This is just a start, and I'm just trying to take the positives. But I knew it wasn't working, but I just thought I'd see it out. I'm paying him every month, and etc., etc. And then he said I never sent him videos. I'll give him that. But the reason I couldn't send videos, the reason I never done it is my body felt so worse week by week. I had my own personal issues going on, financial things in my personal life, and I told Bobby this was happening while it was going on, and I just didn't have the energy, my all the stuff, the tightness in my body, the drive there and back, it was killing me. But I couldn't get him the videos, but I was doing everything as much as I can. Look, man, let's be straight. I'm not saying there's value. He's not wrong in saying you should send videos and you should send them. I get it. But I'm coming to see you in person as well. I'm not a fucking idiot. You can watch me and I know what you've taught me. I'll go home. I'm not going to fucking forget it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'll still give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if you want to hold me to that. But I don't think that would have been the reason why I've got worse. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. And then he's like, we don't cater for, you didn't follow the protocols, no wonder why it didn't work for you. Don't follow to cater to people's laziness. So that's their excuse. Like, I got worse. I did everything I could do. I followed him 12 weeks. Bobby, why did it take you 12 weeks to tell me this shit? Why couldn't you tell me this in fucking week 3 and week 4? Obviously you got paid. So here's my ultimatum to you, Bobby. You still got my number. You can reach out anytime. I'll come on to it in a second, but I'm never going to reach out to you, and you know my reasons I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm going to go through the comments. I will give you an ultimatum in a second as well. So let's just go through the next comment here. Let's go from the top, guys. Hang on. So here's a guy called Aman Jagpal. Now, I don't know him, but if I'm right, I did come across him. He seems like an Apna guy. So Apna, as you know, guys, I'm an Indian Sikh. Aman Jagpal is a similar name to a Sikh name. Let me just check. Pretty sure I've seen him, and I will maybe reach out to this guy just so I can give him my perspective. Because Baji, je tu apnaya, tu mainu samjhna aaya hun. Meri Punjabi enni vadiya nahi, par Bobby no mainu onno kuch nahi pata je main hun kenda. So guys, I just spoke a little bit Punjabi there, just for Mr. Aman Jagpal, because I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before. I'm not gonna hate every fucking FP practitioner. He is Indian, and he's Punjabi like myself. So maybe I'll reach out to him, but I'll read his comment and I'll give you my thoughts. So, Aman Jagpal, since you deleted my last comment, I'll write this again. Now, guys, I'll say this to you again, Mr. Aman Jagpal. I never delete comments. I didn't delete anything. Now, if your comment got deleted, there's a chance you might have written something like YouTube doesn't allow. You wrote something bad in there, maybe deleted it. But don't ever think I delete comments. As I said, you don't know me. I'm a content creator. I've got other channels. You'll probably never find those channels, but I do expose people for a living, and I actually get pleasure out of doing it. I've got a lot of different channels, guys, and this was just a personal experience, so I was giving my review. I did not expect Bobby to come back with his functional patterns posse. I'll come on to that in a second. I'll touch on that now. Let's be honest, guys. Bobby thinks I'm an idiot. He doesn't know me. He doesn't have a clue who I am. He doesn't know my background. He doesn't know my growing up. He doesn't know the people I know. Not to say I'm going to do anything or anything like that, but he doesn't know what I've been through. He doesn't know my life. He doesn't know my background. He doesn't know what I know. And fair enough. Let me explain what Bobby's done. Bobby, you must think I'm an idiot. You think I'm scared of what you just done. You think I'm going to be like, oh shit, how many people are backing Bobby? Bobby, you must be a fucking idiot. Everyone can see through what you've just done. So Bobby's gone to his functional patterns cult, He's called his little followers and said, guys, here's a video of a guy giving me bad feedback. If it's okay, everyone go on his account and leave good messages. Give your positives so he can leave it so I don't fuck myself up. But obviously he's blocked me on Instagram, whatever. That's up to him. He probably still has my number. So Bobby, you're obvious. And then all of each other have liked each other's comments. But guys, Bobby's messed up here. Because Bobby doesn't know. I've already taken steps. I've reached out to some of his clients. And it will come out, guys. Bobby, you've shot yourself in the foot here. I'm not trying to ruin your business. I'm not trying to make you have less clients. But guess what I do, guys? I give my honest truth, my feedback. And Bobby, you probably didn't expect me to be this type of guy. But Bobby, I gave my honest review. I left it at that. You fired shots back. If you think I ain't going to fire shots back, I've got Arsenal here. I'm just warming up, Mr. Bobby Filler. I'm just warming up. So let's get straight into it. You've called all these people, which again, it doesn't take rocket science to know what you've done, man. You little posse cult boys, call them down, leave a good review. But guys, don't forget, there was one guy here who left a comment. He says he's working in and he's getting the same issue. Another guy says expose them. I subscribe for further videos. There's another guy here saying, I felt the same as you. A long time, adaptive compensate. It's hard for me to respond to treatments. Bobby doesn't give a fuck about this. Notice how Bobby hasn't responded to any of these. Bobby has responded to one of his guys, and it's all these people know each other, and you've messaged them for the backup so you don't get a bad name. But guess what, Mr. Bobby, you're just getting warmed up. So get your popcorn ready, mate. Get your popcorn ready. I'm gonna dive deep through every comment you've said here, guys. So let's carry on. Let's go to Mr. Jagbal Gedar. Alright, bro. So speaking from pure personal experience, Bobby is one of the kindest, hardworking, and personal people there is. Now I'll say this, I have no issue with Bobby. He was as I said, I got on with him. We spoke about a lot of things. I don't have hate to him personally, nothing like that at all. And I'm pretty sure he's a good person for the people he knows and he's helped. I'll still say that I wish him no ill will. His results for chronic pain clients speak for themselves. Maybe they do on his page, but this wasn't about other people. It was about me. So this is, the way this guy's written his fucking comment. Again, Baji, I'm not saying it's your fault in it, but the way you written this comment, like, he's had to message you, man. He's told you, bro, leave a comment on my video, man. This guy's exposed me. Come on. Bobby, another thing you don't know, I've got a degree in psychology. I don't want to say too much. There's a lot of things you don't know about me. I'm not going to give too much information away, but this is all, like, basic stuff. Like, tell your friend to back your case. Say I'm done this, say them that, and an idiot will get scared and get backed off. But Bobby, you do not know me, man. You don't have a clue. I don't just fucking try. Of course, I've had this issue with my body, but guys, I've got a life as well in it. Even though I live in chronic pain day to day, you don't know the stuff I study. You don't know what I watch. You don't know what I do for a living. Doesn't have a clue. Not a Scooby-Doo. Training people is your speciality. You do not know what my speciality is. And things like this, guys, I thrive off it. I live off it. So let's carry on. His results speak. Changing biochemistry is hard business. It seems like you're expecting fast results from little input from yourself. It seems like you had a difficult time doing what I asked for, or certain behaviors that are dysfunctional. Now, again, Body, I'll probably reach out maybe to you on over Instagram, and I'll have a one-to-one chat with you. I'm not saying I'll be doing functional patterns again. I'll just tell you where I'm at. You seem a little bit more calm, but you don't know the ins and outs, really. You don't really know the ins and outs, you know what I'm saying? You can say that, but you wasn't me when I was with Bobby. And I said, I'm not saying, I've already touched on Bobby's comments, videos, the feedback you wanted from the videos. I didn't give that. But every week I was trying to say, I'm trying this. And I was giving Bobby feedback like, this ain't working, man, don't feel right. I was told, make your voice note more concise, straight to the point. And I always felt like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm paying you. Like, I want to, like, get my money's worth. 1,500 for 12 weeks is not cheap. £125 per... I'll come on to this in a second. For 1 hour session, and I'm having to travel 90 minutes and paying petrol there and back. None of that's taken into account of, so I'm going to come back to Bobby on that. But yeah, so when Bobby is being direct, he's doing it from a good place. I'm not saying he's not doing it from a direct place. I know how Bobby structured himself. He's got an SharePoint where he uploads, he tracks shit every week. He wants to see your feedback. He's got a good system, I'll give him that, in terms of accountability. I never said he hasn't helped other people. I never said that. I said I've given him my experience, and there are others who have had similar experiences to me, and I will be showing those. I'll have to put them out there because it's all good putting the positive stuff out, but when it comes to negative stuff, you lot get too defensive. It would be more. I would respect Bobby more if Bobby just turned around and said, "Look, we tried it. It's not working. Look, I'd recommend trying this. Go see that guy," rather than saying, "Nah, this 100% has to work." Because if it's not working, it means it's something wrong with you. That's what Bobby basically did to me. And that's a slap in my face. He said it's major disrespect. Major, like I went out my way. And I had nothing against Bobby, and I still don't. But I have to expose him. So yeah, let's have a look. So when Bobby, blah, 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 is good place. I know it's from good place, the way he's got his systems. I agree. I'm not saying it. It was from a bad place. He's trying to help me. But again, is not working, and I've tried to communicate him and I was shut down on a couple of occasions. There's occasions where I've had to go to my session out of my 1 hour, and out of my goodwill I said to Bobby, "Look, don't worry, I know I've got an hour, but let's talk about my situation." Because I don't want to say scared, I felt like I couldn't send him a voice note. The way he kind of makes you feel when you say you want to try and tell him some information, he just doesn't really want to hear it. And it's not just me, Bobby. As I said, I've spoken to some of your clients. It's going to all come out, Bobby. You've shot yourself in the foot big time. I'm going to address every comment. I can make this really bad for you if I want to. But again, I'm not that type of person. But I will expose what I need to expose. Let's carry on. System, the world, which it is. If you cannot adapt behaviors actively. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. But again, this is my personal experience, Bobby. Certain thing what was happening with me wasn't working, and if you subscribe to my channel, I will probably give my full body situation, what I've done with Bobby and where I'm at today. I will be making another video, so stay tuned. Props for driving 90 minutes for your sessions. You showed up, but you also didn't at the same time. It's not easy. Fair play. At least you said props to me that went 90 minutes there, 90 minutes back, fucking with a bad body for 11 years, getting worse. And I still showed up. I had to show up. But as you can see with many of the FP cases, some people often come to FP after exhausting every possible option and practice lots of work, but also helping behaviors that lead to issues in the first place. This is especially for complex crime in the case is... Look, as again, this wasn't a bad message. Fair play, I give you respect. I might even reach out to this guy. I don't know, Aman Jagpal. I've seen him on Functional Patterns. So I may even reach out to you just for some rapport, because you sound a bit more grounded. As I said, this might not be an issue with Functional Patterns, and I'm not saying all Functional Patterns is bad. I said it will work for some people. It just didn't work for me. I'm not saying I'm going to go back to it. But what I mean is sometimes the way you work with people, maybe it was the way Bobby treated, like the way he carries himself. Maybe that's Bobby being Bobby, but I don't respect it, and I don't rate the characteristics that the way he handled it, guys. I just didn't rate it. Like I saw the build up, and he's kind of brushing it off, and when it comes to the end, he blames all on me, and it's my fault, etc., etc. But let's carry on. If you're a normal person, this could work. Bro was born with one hand and Poland syndrome. FP is the only thing that has been helped to improve my posture and movement and muscle growth and pain relief. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best. And I'm not doubting that it has. I started the 10-week program alone. That fixed the migraines I had since 15 years old. Then I worked with Bobby, and it leveled up to the point of improving my athleticism. The victim mindset is wild, not going to lie. Now, I don't know if this is actually Bobby or he's told him to write this. I have no idea, because, you know, when he's written the wild, Bobby sent me a message towards the end saying I did this and it was wild, blah, blah, blah. So this is obviously communicated by Bobby to tell this guy, Bobby, as I said, man, I can read people. There's a lot of skills I have that you don't know about me. I'm very good at things like this. So I'm just picking up what you've told this guy. I'm happy that this guy worked. And look, you're saying the 10-week alone fixed your migraines. 100% a reason to start with Bobby. When you start with Bobby, it improves. You continue with Bobby. The 10-week program didn't fix me. Did it make me worse? I didn't know where I was at once I did the 10 weeks program. I was in this transitional phase where I didn't know if I was going to get better or worse. Started with the Bobby, and it didn't get better. It kept going down, but I just stuck it out. So it didn't work for me. And I'm a victim for saying it didn't work for me. Fuck off. Fuck off. This is basically the cult behavior that I'm talking about, guys. So my last video was saying functional patterns is a cult. Now, I didn't want to expose them for this, but I will continue. Now I will have to go. Now I'll have to rip you. I'll have to rip you a new one. So this is the cult we're talking about. Bobby calls his cult followers the FP people he's worked with or whatever, and they're all giving their views. Now again, I'm happy for this guy if it worked with you. The problem with functional patterns is they're a cult, guys. If you give your honest opinion, look what he just done. He exposed himself. Bobby Filler thinks he's done something good here. He's made a strategical move. He's done one up on me. You ain't done nothing, mate. You've actually exposed your character. And I'm a truthful guy. I'm just going to tell it as it is. You've called your minions. You wanted to expose me, but you exposed yourself. You've exposed what I was saying all along, that it's a cult. When you get attacked, you bring all your followers and you start pointing fingers outwards. You cannot handle the criticism. Fucking hell, let's go for the next guy. Looking at his page, he actually has some pretty solid results with his clients. Based on his response in the comments, it sounds like maybe you weren't fully committed to the protocols. I don't know. I've definitely seen people's lifestyle choices get in the way of making progress. Vegans especially seem to have extremely hard time improving their bodies. This is coming from someone who used to be vegan. I don't know, man. Maybe don't leave a review if you don't really actually follow the protocols. It's dishonest to others who are prepared to put in the work to change their lives. And that's a slap in the face as well. I don't know how Mr. Bobby, I don't know if you got him to write. I don't know, Mr. Bobby, you got him to write it this way, or if this is his honest review. It seems a bit sus, guys. As I said, I do have another skill where I can tell what's going on here. ChatGPT is mad as well, guys. There's a lot of different things people can use to make reviews, and this could be real people. And I'm not down. He's probably told his minions to functional patterns followers leave comments, but this seems like a Bobby type of comment, man. Like it's your diet that did this, blah blah blah. Guys, I'm happy for you. It worked for you. And I never said in my review it won't work for other people. I just said I will not be referring people due to the way you treated me. That's a big thing, guys. These people are missing out on some stuff. Bobby, learn from this. I'm giving you a lesson here, guys. I'm giving you a lesson at school, Bobby. Get your notes out, because you don't know the next guy you're gonna run into in the future. Whoever you train, they may have a mindset like mine, or even more crazier than this, where they're going to remember this stuff and they will put a video out there, honest review. They will not need to reach out to you. You won't need to reach out to me again, which I'll come on to in a second. But you will get your own justice, guys. Like, people, like, at the end of the day, I was giving my truthful review. I've got nothing to hide, and I'm happy that it works for people. I've never said that it wouldn't work for others, but it doesn't work for everyone. That's all I was trying to say. I might be the rare case, but as I said, I have got a few people that worked with Bobby. He's going to find out. I'll go on to that, and maybe in the next video. So yeah, I've trained with Bobby. I've paid Bobby for training, and they're always been better off around him. Sounds like you have no accountability about your health. Your attribution is lacking. I never said, guys, in my videos that Bobby hasn't helped some people. I've said it. He could have helped a lot of people. And I still wish the guy well, but guys, I have to rip. For the fact that Bobby had to call people and tell them to leave these reviews. Look, I've left a good review on Bobby Singh's Google page, Google reviews. Imagine if I did this today, guys. Imagine if I went to Bristol Biomechanics. This is the difference between me and Bobby, guys. I left him a review. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it now. I might even find it, you know. Let's have a look. It's about a year ago, to be fair. Here you go. I've left a review here. I've left a review here, guys. One of the best specialists we have in the UK when it comes to functional patterns. I left him this, guys. This is from me. 5 stars. You think I'm gonna go and delete that review? No, I'm not gonna delete that, guys. If I was a dickhead, I could call minions right now and I could mess this up for Bobby. But I'm not that type of guy. Why would I do that? But guess what Bobby's done? Bobby's just told his minions to come on my video after leaving an honest review and just basically back him. Bobby, you don't understand, man. Psychology, I can read it easy. That's something I got a degree in. So that's just a side thing to me. Spotted that's one area where you fucked up. You called your minions and you tried to leave comments, which is all bullshit, and it's basically you telling them, and they may have actually had these experiences, but what I mean is you've called them as support because you're scared of getting bad reviews. These videos are only going to get more views now, Bobby, especially this one. And again, what does that mean for Mr. Bobby Filler? Oh shit, it impacts my business, my money goes down. I'm not trying to do that, but that might be an outcome from it. But guys, guess what? I paid Bobby a lot of money to go down to see him. I paid him altogether probably 1.3, 1.4k. I was paying petrol. So here's my ultimatum to you while I'm still going through the comments. Here's my ultimatum. At the bare minimum, Bobby, this is what you should do. Bare minimum. You've got my number. I will not be reaching out to you. I've told you now. But if, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. This is my channel. I'm going to give my honest review. But the bare minimum you should do, you should reach out to me and you should at least give me every penny that I paid you back. Just as a... Doesn't mean I'm going to take anything down. I'm not saying that. But that's the bare decency you can do rather than bringing your minions and attacking my honest review. But you ain't going to do that. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not saying I want my money back. I'm not saying it. Keep the money. I hope you do well, man. But that's the bare minimum you should do. I don't have it. I don't think you would do that. I don't think you've got that in you to do it. So that's 1.3k, 1.4, whatever it was, 1.4k, 1.375 probably left because he gave me the last session back. So if you're a man and you really want to do a decent thing there, that's the bare minimum you do, because I didn't have a good experience. I got worse off with you. You left me with a sour note. You should at least refund everything I gave you back. Don't forget I travelled 90 minutes there, petrol. Probably talking about 20-30 pound there every time, and I went about 10-11 times. You're talking another 200 pound there. Forget that. I won't even put that on there. But you should be giving my money back. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. It's just put out there. You've got my number. If you want to reach out, you can. Do not expect me to reach out to you. It's not going to happen. And that's your call. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not asking you to do this. But that's the bare minimum if you're a decent person. But forget that. Next guy. I've worked with Bobby before, so I'm fully going to disagree based on actual experience. Now, some of these people, they seem legit. Like, Bobby's actually told them to come down and leave their honest reviews. Now, they, as I said, never said people haven't had good reviews of Bobby. I just didn't. I competed in bodybuilding when I was 16 like you, struggled early on. The biggest shift came when I fully committed to functional patterns principles. Nice one, mate. I did a year of it. I committed. I committed, and Bobby told me, if that's your commitment, that's nothing. That's a joke. Like, he basically took the piss out of me. And after that, guys, I know what I felt in my body, how much pain I was going through, and I just carried on trying my best to battle through it. I was going through a lot of personal stuff, but to get told your commitment doesn't really mean nothing, you're not doing it properly, that's a slap in the face. For me, real change meant the half measures. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking. Nice, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but good on you. I don't drink weed, I don't have weed. Grains, I get you, you're talking about a diet, focusing on organic meat. Again, I was vegetarian, so maybe could have ate eggs or something, and I did suggest that with Bobby, and I was considering it, but I kind of tried to stay with like high cottage cheese and stuff. I tried to stay, because they don't say dairy's bad. I tried to clean up my diet as much as I can, but I could have done better. And executing movements properly. Now, I've tried to execute all these movements. I've watched the program rigorously. If you can just tell the way I'm expressing this and expressing myself, you must think I'm an idiot. I've went through that program more than 100 times, and it didn't help. Like, I thought it was helping me, but it wasn't. Maybe something was missing, and that's all I was trying to communicate to Bobby. My issue is not with functional patterns directly. It may help some people, but what I'm saying is the way Bobby treated me towards the end. So this, again, get your fucking a pen and paper out, Bobby. Make notes. You are going to lose money and business. Now, I don't want to go into everything I got. Another thing I'm quite well educated in is business and how to make money. Keep a good relationship with all your customers, because you never know, one of them might turn out to be a crazy Liam Nelson son of a bitch from Taken. You don't know who you deal with these days, Bobby. You don't know the trauma some people have gone through. I don't know if you've watched that film Joker as well. Number one, some people take shit personal and they don't forget it. And I'm not going to say, oh, you ruined my life. Nothing like that. I'll take my own accountability. But what I will say is functional patterns made me worse. And the way you left me off, it's like I committed to you for a year and you told me, mate, just do one. Here's your money back. No, like all it would have taken is, look, okay, this ain't working for you. Try this. Maybe go see that person. Or I don't think this is going to... That's all it would have taken, Bobby. Just a slight change in your approach. And I don't think you would have got this from me. I wouldn't have needed to make a video. It's your attitude, man. That's what fucked you up. And Bobby, if you think it's just me, I keep saying it here. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Bobby up the pen. Bobby up. There's a lot of shit, guys, I got. But if you want to go down that road, you can go down that road. So the ultimatum's been put to you. You can message me anytime. You can send me the 1.3 back at a bare minimum. You can transfer me that money back. That I'll take that as a goodwill gesture, as a starter. We'll see where it goes from there. But again, I'm not going to work with you. I may reach out to that Jagpal geezer, but Again, I still wish you well. I ain't got nothing bad against you, but yeah. So now here we go. That's where I started with my experience. From my experience, you don't get outcomes unless you're willing to change your behaviors properly. I get all of that, sleeping on time. I discussed all this with Bobby, and I said I was working on it. But again, look, I'm saying that is part of it, 100%, big part. But again, the things I'm getting taught, the main foundation, if that's making me get worse, something's not right, man. I'm not an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? If this was gonna work, it would work. If it didn't work, I was mashed before I came to Bobby. I got more mashed after, and yeah, I got worse. Here's a comment. What I don't get is your position. You say you're not trying to bash Bobby or FP, but then you're taking shots. If you don't rate it, just say it directly instead of sitting on the fence. So, Mr. Mao Life, here's my response to you. I'm trying to be cordial. I don't want to be too disrespectful either. I don't want to wish the guy bad or ill will. And I'm just trying to keep it as nice as I can. Do you want me to turn around and make a video and say, fuck Bobby Filler, fuck Functional Patterns, fuck Naudi Aguilar, they're all bastards? I'm not that type of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is just my honest review. If I'm on the fence, I'm not really on the fence. And I'm not on the fence. You're not understanding what I'm trying to come at. I'm trying to say that Functional Patterns didn't work for me. Maybe there's something missing. I've tried to communicate that with Bobby while I was paying him. He didn't understand it. He told me carry on. And it got to the point where at the end I was doing things like stretching. I was like, the reason I'm doing it, Bobby, is I can't get blood flow to my head, man. It's getting worse. And he wasn't addressing it. He was just like, okay, you're probably doing something wrong. And you're not giving me the videos. And my health is deteriorating. And obviously I had to get to a point where he couldn't put up with it. He got frustrated. So I obviously have to point the finger back at you and to say, look, you're the guy who's teaching me. There is a side with accountability for me. I've taken that. And look at the message I sent Bobby Filler in my last video. I'll see if I can put it up again. But I sent Bobby, this shows someone's character in it. Just as a character, I'm talking from a character perspective. Bobby cut me off. He said himself, this is his own words. You can read his comment. I cut you off because of that reason. He says, I can't be honest with myself and reflect on my behaviors. So I've obviously sent him a message, guys. He hasn't even read that message. So my last message, I left him on a good note just to keep that rapport, man. You never knew who I could recommend. You don't want Liam Nelsons out there, guys, in life making videos and making it harder for you to get business. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's business, but I will tell the truth. So that's what happened, Bobby. I'm gonna continue. I've got probably 1 or 2 more videos on this. The fact that you brought your minions over, it actually motivates me more. I could bring minions over, but I'm a truthful guy. I'll keep it to the real people. I'll get people's real stories. I'll get people giving me the real. I've already got 1 or 2, and I'm just getting started, and it's just making me want to dig a little bit deeper. So let's do this. And yeah, man. So guys, again, I'll give my own opinion. You ain't going to tell me should I sit on the fence. If I want to rip and say fuck Functional Patterns, I'm not saying that. I'm not that type of guy. It's my honest review. So that's you out the way. And yeah, here's a guy, guys. Look, I'm not going to go through the people that... These are people that responded. I feel the same as you. A long time ago, my body adapted compensate. I relate to this guy. It's hard to respond to treatments. I was thinking about doing Functional Patterns online, but I've seen a lot of people say it's difficult in person. I can't imagine what it'd be like online. I never said nothing. I just like this comment, but there people have got their views out there. He hasn't done it, so I can't really even give him any advice. It's up to him if he wants to try it. I can't recommend anything because it didn't work for me. Here's another guy. I've trained with Bobby, seen improvement. Sounds like you just didn't implement suggestions, looking for somebody to blame instead of take responsibility. Okay, mate, if you think so. Please continue to expose Bobby Filler and Functional Patterns team. I had a similar experience. How many people has he paid to comment and defend him? It's for fuck's sake pathetic. So this guy, whoever he is, he's seen the fucking reality. Bobby, you're not like Bobby. You got to think people are stupid to not understand that in the span of 3 to 4 days, your minions have come and you're all liking each other's comments. It's too obvious, Bobby. Be a bit more cleverer when you do these moves, guys. There's a lot of different ways you can do these things these days, man. I've known Bobby for 10 years, trained with him personally. He's one of the best practitioners in the world. Honestly, guys, I'm happy for you. And I'm pretty sure that could have been the case for some people. Has gotten some of the results. has gotten some of the results in the world and helped tons of people get out of chronic pain. I'm pretty sure he has, and I wish him all the best. Sounds like you're trying to deflect onto other strange behavior from a grown man. Not deflecting on anyone, I'm just giving my honest review. It's actually strange behavior from you guys to come down as a cult. And Bobby felt so insecure, he had to call these people down and say, defend me, defend me. Now I want to comment to a couple of... but also, posting screenshots from a private message is super weird behavior. Guys, I can expose whatever I want. When you understand my character and I'm a Lionel, some motherfucker, I'll do what I want. Now look at Bobby's comment. Also defamation of character, saying I'm in a cult. Bobby, are you going to take me to court for saying that? Go on, do it. I dare ya. Bobby, you want to go down that road? You don't know my other side here. I don't want to go into everything I've got. You don't know my educational background. I dare you, Bobby. Take me to court for leaving an honest YouTube video review on your video. I dare you. I double dare you. Now, don't forget, guys, with these functional patterns, people, the further things I'm going to expose, these guys are so insecure, they made me sign a fucking document. Now, this is part of Naudi Aguilar's functional patterns thing. When you go there, you've got to send a disclosure that you can't share this to anyone, blah, blah, blah. If you do, you go against something. And it's like a copyright patent. They're so insecure about it. Their functional patterns, chambers, and all this shit. There's nothing to really share about it, guys. Didn't really help me, actually made me worse. It's probably helped some people, though. I reckon if you are in my position, it could help. So I'm not going to say their shit don't work. And this is why he's not understanding. But defamation of character. My honest review on Bobby Filler and how he treated me is he's going to put me under defamation of character. I dare you, mate. Bobby, I think you need to learn the law. Because if someone's leaving their honest review, I don't understand where I defamated your character. I never said anything about your fucking character. I said to you, you've probably helped people. I said, I don't wish you no ill will. You wish people. I said, the way you treated me, I've exposed that. And I've got more accounts of people, guys, that come in. So, Bobby, learn fucking law before you start saying stupid shit. Defamation of character. You guys are in a cult. Because if you just Google, if you put it on YouTube, functional patterns cult, just go on their page. They block you, blah, blah, blah. If you try to share their chambers and shit, which I don't want to do that. Why would I share their chambers? It just made me laugh. Like, they're just so fucking, like, you got to sign a fucking document to say, oh, you can't share this to anyone. And that, it's crazy, man. Weird. He can't be direct to me, and he has to make a YouTube video instead. We all know them. We all know the word for a man like that. Bobby, you've got my number here. I've left you 2 good messages before we left. You blanked me. You what do you expect me to come down and suck your dick? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Bobby, treat your fucking clients with a bit more respect. Because the next video that I'm going to put out, and now you've tempted me to do it more, is like one of your guys, Bobby. He's working with you. I've got 2, 3. I don't want to say names. I'm not going to say names, but it will come out. He will be saying the exact same stuff. He'll be telling you how much of a dick you are. The way you do your methodology, what you're trying to say. I never told him to say any of this, but I got the information. So, Bobby, get ready. Get your hands together. And, Bobby, you're going to take me to court. I dare you to take me to court. I dare you. You will lose that battle. You will lose that battle. Take me to court, you know. My man, defamation of character. An honest YouTube review of Bobby Filler, practitioner, functional practitioner. Gave my honest review. Didn't share any private information. Didn't share his bank details. Didn't say attack Bobby Filler. Didn't say he's a bad person. Fuck him. Just nothing like that. Gave him my experience and my personal review of the guy. And never even said it won't work for other people. I said it may do. But it didn't work for me. And I won't be recommending anyone. You've exposed yourself, mate. Congratulations. Round of applause. Yeah. Not using direct language. He has to make a YouTube video. Why the fuck am I going to make direct communication with a guy that's blanked me twice, said, here's your refund, treated me like shit, says, bro, you can't even do a unilateral stance. My fucking blood flow to my head is getting worse. Doesn't give a fuck about none of that. He doesn't understand what's going on in my body, and he just expects me to keep following his protocols and paying him money. And my life's kind of getting worse and harder, and he doesn't give a fuck. And guys, just stay tuned, man. These people, I don't ever want to interact with Bobby again. But I may continue to expose him. Bobby, you've been given your ultimatum. If you want to send me the money back, contact me. You know where to send that money. We'll see what happens after that. That's the bare minimum you can do. I subscribed for some future videos. Expose. Don't worry, mate. I'll definitely do it. Another guy, interesting. I'm working with the functional patterns. I'm still having the same issues when I started. It's actually become tighter in certain places, like you said. I'm wondering how much time working with the practitioner is going to take to get where it works. Exactly what I thought. These are the questions I was saying to Bobby. I got told, mate, you can't put a time limit on this shit. Just carry on going, and towards the end, he'll let you down. I really have taken an interest in chatting you. Blah blah blah. I really have taken it as much as I can, but I'm wondering how many people don't get results. This is the thing you don't see, guys. So this is the page for those people that it don't work for, guys. Our bodies are still fucked, and we're still trying to look for ways to get out. So, guys, I'm pretty sure I've touched on everything. I've exposed Bobby as much as I can here. Again, I know nothing personal. Defamation of character. Bobby.filler. That's his Instagram. He runs Bristol Biomechanics. 5-star reviews. Bobby, come on, take me to court if you're a big man. Take me to court then, man. You want to sue me or some shit over a YouTube video? Do it. I'm waiting for it. But you won't be able to do shit, mate, because if you do that, you're going to lose a lot of money. I'll tell you that for fact. So that grand I gave you is nothing. You're going to be talking to tens of thousands. So yeah, Bobby, do you want to go down that road? You can go down that road. But because of what you done, my next video, Bobby, I'll see if you want to reach out, mate. I'll see if you want to send me that money back first. I'm not telling you to do it. You don't need to do it. I'm not saying if you send it or don't. In my next video, you're gonna have to stay tuned, mate. But yeah, guys, that's functional patterns. Bobby Filler, Bristol Biomechanics, exposed. Could go into a lot more things, guys. I'll leave it at that. What else can I say with this guy? As I said, don't wish him bad. Pretty sure, like I said, some of these people here, maybe a lot of them, they actually have got results, but he's had to call them down to back his case. I don't wish the guy to his business goes down. Nothing like that. But guys, this is the honest reality. You know, when someone gives an honest review, they don't wish bad on someone. They wish him well. So I don't wish him bad on him. I wish him well. And you can tell by the comments he's leaving. I'm not so sure if he's wishing me well, but he's kind of taking me as an idiot. So fair play, Bobby. That's your opportunity. But this is my life. I'm going to run it how I'm going to run it. You don't live my life day to day. You don't know the pain I go through. You don't know my shit. You don't know my mind. You don't know my story. You don't know my heart. You don't know my soul. So Bobby up the pen. Wish you all the best. But Bobby, this could potentially, this could get worse for you. Not for me. Worse for you. Now, I'm not a dickhead, but if you want to play this game, Bobby, you can play this game with me all day. So yeah, I think he's blocked me on Instagram. I can't see his page, but if I really wanted to get his page, I could go on his page, search Bobby.filler, you'll find him. That's just one practitioner I've worked with. Now maybe I'll reach out to a few other people. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on these functional patterns minions that is called on my page. Fuck knows, Bobby, mate. I don't know what to say to you. I still wish you well, but as I said, guys, I will be doing a video on my actual body situation, and I'm still in pain right now, guys. My life's been in pain for the last 11, 12 years, and that's my journey. I do still need help. I'm still looking around. I'm still trying things. So definitely subscribe. I will be doing a video, and in-depth, just on my body situation, of where I'm at. I'll even say where I'm at, what functional patterns did. I'll go through everything in detail. I'll explain it. And if there's anyone out there that can help me, I would appreciate that. I don't have no ill will to functional patterns, as in they're fuckers, but I will expose areas where I think it's a cult, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I will do that. That's not a joke. Defamation of character, man. Fucking hell. Defamation of character. Where did I defamation you, man? Tell me where I defamationed you. I just told you facts and reality. And it's an opinion. It's a review. But they cannot take that, guys. Look, guys, sometimes you don't need to say much. They shoot themselves in the foot. Just look at, I've exposed them now, but just look at the way they reacted, the way he brought people down, the way he had to say, oh, this, that, da, 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 da. I never did need to do anything. Bobby, you think this is going to hold up in court or some shit? It ain't going to work. You'd look like an idiot. Don't, my advice to you right now, if you want to go down the game, don't do it, Bobby, because I've got loads of things we can do, but I wish you all the best. And you may continue to get exposed, so you shot yourself in the foot. Congratulations, you played yourself, and I'm out.